For as long as there's been competition, we have tried to predict the outcome. Formula One is no exception, and in what is one of the most unpredictable sports in the world, anything can and usually does happen. So it is for that reason that today I'm joined by that car guy 458 in this predictions challenge that we're going to be taking part in, just a head-to-head between you and I throughout the rest of the 2021 season. Now, last year obviously was one of the craziest seasons we've ever watched, definitely up there with 2012 in my opinion. I know people are kind of dreading a 2020 part 2, but in Formula 1 I think that's not such a bad thing. So we've got 15 questions lined up, and I'll probably do kind of a mid-season review. This idea was heavily inspired by Chain Bear's YouTube channel. I'll leave a link in the description because he's a fantastic YouTuber. Go check him out if you haven't already. The questions I've compiled are basically just from his past 2 predictions challenges, as well as maybe 1 or 2 I've decided myself. But yeah, we've already got our answers written down. Just going to reveal them to each other now, and well, let the games begin. So, question 1 is the total safety cars in 2021. Now, this does not count virtual safety cars. It's got to be full safety cars, and we've got to predict how many will be called over the entire season. Now, last year there were 19 safety cars and 7 VSCs, I think. We'll get 3 points for an on-the-dot answer and 2 points if we're 1 off. So how about you go first? You haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, you didn't give me a chance to say hi. So hi, everyone. I wasn't sure to whether to put in or not, but yeah, my answer. There was 19, you said, and I know supposedly there's going to be more races, but I've gone with 18. Just kind of, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a bit less crazy. Tuscany was obviously one of the races last year that comes to mind for craziness, but I feel like 18's maybe about right.
Yeah, I've gone around there, although I've gone slightly higher with 20 is my prediction.
Yeah.
The only reason that being is because we will have more races this year, hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think it's going to be as chaotic as last season. But yeah, I mean, I'll be keen to see who gets closer actually, if it's over 19 or under, because
I suppose if there is more races, then there's more chances for a crazy race. So you might be more on the dot.
That's true. Anyway, on to question 2. Now we've got to name every driver that will step onto the podium. Now, obviously, last year was absolutely fantastic for this. We got 13 drivers that stepped on the podium. Poor George Russell, could have been 14 in Sakia, but I guess Ocon wouldn't have got that. But in 2020, it was both Mercedes, Red Bulls, McLarens, Racing Points, Ferraris, Renaults, and Pierre Gasly with that sensational win in Monza. It's absolutely crazy. So my prediction is that 10 drivers will get on the podium, and they are Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris, Stroll, Vettel, Leclerc, and Sainz. I think obviously if 10 drivers do get on the podium this year, that is still a great result. Half the field. I don't think anyone could have predicted how many drivers were going to get it last year, but I reckon that's a good ballpark figure.
I feel like I didn't want to be too kind of lured in by how crazy the podiums were this year, so I've gone a little bit less with 9. I've done Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Stroll, Sainz, Leclerc, and my 9th one. It's a little bit more out there, but I think it could happen. Tsunoda.
Yuki
Just
Tsunoda?
A little bit of it.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I think the AlphaTauri. I mean, we're recording this before winter testing or anything happens, obviously. But the AlphaTauri is pretty good, and with a bit of a crazy race, there's every chance, I think, maybe Tsunoda could get on the podium.
Yuki Tsunoda has been known for making the most of a bad situation, so if the race gets slightly crazier, then he could take full advantage of that. I should mention that we get 1 point for every correct answer, but we lose 1 point for every wrong answer.
Yeah,
so
that's going to kill me. If these are wrong, we're going to get in the minus points at the end of this.
Yeah, well, going for more might come back to bite me here, but
yeah, it's only one more.
Yeah,
I think we've both done we've done similar things here.
Yeah, I mean, quite outlandish, but nowhere near as much as last year.
No.
Anyway, on to question 3, driver of the day. I'm pretty sure we will have picked the same person here. Which driver will
Oh,
have got
really?
the most driver of the day victories? Who have you put?
I want to hear who you pick first.
All right.
Yeah.
You're not going to be surprised. I put Max Verstappen just because of his
Ah.
army of
Oh, that's a
fans.
good point. That's a really good point because when there's no obvious driver, he
They
usually
just
just
they
gets
just pick
driver of the
they
day.
just pick Verstappen. Yeah, crashed out on lap
That's a
1.
really good point. I didn't think of that because I've put Ricardo.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good choice.
I was thinking the McLaren might be quite good, and he's probably going to maybe be quite good. I hope, anyway, because that's the team that I support. And
McLaren
he's
are the
quite a
team
likable
favorite.
driver.
Yeah,
he's got a likable driver, so I'm thinking Ricardo
likable
for that
team,
one.
likable driver. Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah.
I might be a bit screwed here actually, but
We'll see. Verstappen does have a fairly vicious army of fans, doesn't he? So.
anyway, on to question 4. Which drivers will leave F1 in 2021? We get 1 point for every correct answer, and we lose 1 for every wrong answer once again. Now, I've only gone for 2 here.
All right.
Only gone for 2, and they are Valtteri Bottas and Kimi Raikkonen.
Oh.
It's a bold prediction. I like Valtteri Bottas, but I really think Russell's going to get that 2022 seat. He only has a contract for this year.
Yeah. I mean, if he does leave Mercedes, I kind of see him staying in the sport somewhere.
That's the thing, though. I couldn't see him going back to Williams, which is why I was that was the one I was kind of tentative on. Kimi Raikkonen, I think he might leave. He's only on a 1-year deal, I think with Alpha. So yeah, who have you put?
Okay, well, I'm actually not sure what year contract one of my drivers, in fact, 2 of my drivers are on because I was stupid enough not to check. But I've gone for Alonso, Raikkonen, and Mazepin.
Ah, yeah.
Because I think Alonso's coming back because, I don't know, there was a chance there's no real junior drivers that Renault could call on. So he's coming back for 1 year, I think. Or is that more?
I hate to inform you, I think he has a contract for 2022.
Oh.
I don't know for sure, but he might.
I'll put it down anyway because I feel like he might underperform. Alpine might do it. I'm not sure,
isn't it?
Mazepin, I think it might be the same story. I think he might have a multi-year contract too, but I feel like I've actually read an article this morning. I read an article this morning reading that Mazepin said he isn't friends with Schumacher, so.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think he does have a multi-year contract, and I looked that up, but I still put it, and then at the last minute I crossed it out. But he finished 5th in Formula 2. I really don't think he's F1 worthy on merit. No,
it was 5th or 6th.
Yeah, well, he finished way down the order for an F1 driver.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
On merit, never mind his social antics. On merit, I don't think that's good enough for Formula 1, especially when compared to someone like Callum Ilott.
And third, I've gone the same with you, Raikkonen.
Yeah.
And that's it. Because I think he will. I mean, I was expecting him to go at the end of last year, but it's good to see him staying on. But I don't think he's staying on for very much longer.
Yeah, has agreed on that. Anyway, on to question 5. Which race will have the most retirements? In 2020, it was Austria. Remember that chaotic season opener where only 11 drivers finished? Well, that was an absolutely mad race. And I'm keen to know what you've put for this one, because it's quite a hard one to predict.
Yeah, I've put Zandvoort, the Netherlands, because it's a new track. We don't really know what's happening there. It's obviously it's very different from other tracks. The camber obviously could be quite mad. Drivers might go for moves in places where they shouldn't. And I think cars might not be able to handle it that well. Obviously, if we do go there, that's what I've put down. I think that could be quite a race of attrition.
To be honest, I forgot about Zandvoort. That's a really good choice because it's very undulating. Yeah. There's a lot of off-camber corners, and it
could be a car breaker.
Yeah, definitely. So I've put in brackets, you're going to Brazil, because well, Interlagos has been confirmed to stay on the calendar for a few more years, which is fantastic. And it's always a race of attrition. It's a short lap. It's got a lot of elevation change. And last year, it saw the end of both Ferraris. No, that was the year before, wasn't it? Yeah.
Year before, yeah.
But it all kicked off at the end in 2019, and I'm keen to see whether that'll happen this year. But Zandvoort is a very good choice as well. I'm a bit annoyed I didn't put that. Anyway, on to question 6, which is the Rookie of the Year prediction. Which driver will be rightly considered Rookie of the Year 2021? And the contenders for this one are Yuki Tsunoda, Mick Schumacher, and Nikita Mazepin. So I'm going to say first, I've put Tsunoda because he got Rookie of the Year in Formula 2. You know, he only took 1 year to get into Formula 1. That's crazy. But
and he was 1 point off my lot as well.
Yeah,
That's mad.
1 point off second in the championship on his first season. The reason that I didn't pick Schumacher is because we've seen that he takes a while to get up to speed. Like in Formula 2, he took a full season to really find his footing with Prema. And when he did, obviously he was flying. He was a rocket. But I fear that might happen in Formula 1 as well, which is why I've gone for Yuki Tsunoda.
Yeah, I've done the same. I've gone for Tsunoda. Kind of for your reasons as well. Also because the AlphaTauri is a good car, and as I said earlier on, potential for good results with that. So I think he'll get Rookie of the Year too.
I like how none of us mentioned Nikita Mazepin. There's just no need.
Oh yeah, just ignore that. Ignore that.
Ignore that. Yeah. Anyway, question 7. The winter champions. Which team will come out of winter testing looking the strongest? Now, I'm quite sure we would have put the same one here, unless you've gone.
Yeah.
You've gone ridiculous.
It's a bit of an obvious question, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
So, who have you put for your winter champions?
I put Mercedes.
Yeah, so have I.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Yeah. Question 8. There's no doubt. Question 8. This one's quite a cool one. I like this one. This was in
I like that one.
Chain Bears 2020 predictions that just got uploaded today at the time of recording. Give the top 6 drivers after 6 races have passed. The top 6 after 6. Now in 2020, as you may remember, it was Hamilton, Verstappen, Bottas, Leclerc, Stroll, and Albon. Stroll had an amazing start to the season.
Yeah,
and
such a shame.
I know he, that bad run of races that started in Mugello with that huge crash. I mean, I don't know if that was just a bit of a knock of confidence for him.
Mistakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could well be.
But yeah, this year could be different for this. There's a lot of midfield teams. Obviously, now that Ferrari's kind of out of the picture, although Leclerc did a stellar job getting his Ferrari into P4 on last year. But yeah, I'm keen to know what you've put for this one.
Okay. Well, I've gone Hamilton first.
Mm-hmm.
And then Verstappen second, just like last year. And then I've gone for Sergio Perez. I'm kind of hoping he's up there consistently. And hopefully he can give Verstappen a bit of a run for his money. And then I put Bottas, and then Ricciardo, and then I've gone Leclerc. Because I think, we saw last year, he's such a good driver, and he can squeeze everything out of that Ferrari. So even if it isn't as good as the front runners, I think he'll be up there somehow.
Absolutely. Yeah, you really don't have much faith in Bottas in the first part, do you?
No. Really don't.
Well, I have a little bit more faith in him, which is why I've gone for Hamilton, Bottas, just the Mercedes 1-2, then the Red Bull guys, Verstappen, Perez, then I've gone for Ricciardo, and then I've gone for Lance Stroll in that Aston Martin. I reckon that he will be able to extract quite a lot of pace from that, and obviously it's a new team. They've got high expectations for their car and their drivers. I mean, I know Lawrence Stroll was talking about championships. Don't know how far away they are from that.
Well, I've not heard that.
Okay. I don't know. It was a news article somewhere, but and we've seen from last year that he can do it. I mean, he on his day he is a really quick driver, which is why I've put him right behind Ricciardo in the 6th spot.
Fair enough.
Anyway, question 9, the title decider. At which race will the driver's title be won? We get 3 points for the correct race. Last year, I haven't actually written this down. What was it last year? It was
Turkey.
Turkey, yeah. Or was it
the drivers?
No,
choose it.
Turkey is when Lewis Hamilton got the most wins, wasn't it?
No, that was Portugal. I don't know why I
Oh.
remember all this because Turkey. He started sixth and then came up to finish first, and that's how he won the
Bottas
championship.
had an awful race, didn't he?
He was just doing donuts. God, I still find that hilarious. I rewatched that the other day, and it's so funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Turkey was honestly quite far from the end of the season. That was he wrapped it up really quickly.
There was a few races, but yeah.
So I've gone for, and this is quite a hard question to answer because obviously we don't know when the season's going to end and with what
It really
races.
is.
I know Australia has been
Oh,
is about to be
that's a really good
postponed
point.
or cancelled,
Yeah,
and China
I didn't
looks
think of
to
that.
go the same way. But yeah, Australia is set to be moved to November or something, which is, I could have put that, but I've gone with Mexico because on the standard calendar, Mexico is round 20 of 23, so I think it's a good ballpark figure for when Hamilton will wrap it up because I've no doubt it will be Hamilton.
Yeah,
I think he might have won it maybe a few years ago at Mexico City. I might be wrong.
he did. I think it was 2017, maybe.
And
Yeah, he
that's what I
definitely
got
has.
out there.
Okay, well, I've gone for Brazil because we've got a race in between on the calendar that's currently out. We've got a race between Brazil and Abu Dhabi in Saudi Arabia. So I think it might go to Brazil. I think it's one race further on than you. But yeah, I've gone for a different answer there.
Guess where the title's going? It's going to Brazil.
It is indeed.
So yeah, I mean we've got consecutive races for both of our answers. So,
yeah.
We both seem set on that part of the calendar.
We're still not faithful in the championship, going down to the final race and being really close. Are we?
Yeah, no, never.
No.
Not with the dominance that has been asserted for the past few years. Yeah. But on to question 10. This is the Wooden Spoon Awards. Which team will come last in the constructors' standings and with how many points? You get 2 points for the correct team and plus 2 points for the correct number of points that team will get. Now, my answer probably won't shock you that much. I have gone for Williams, as the 2021 cars are very much a continuation of the 2020 cars, and Williams were very much the slowest team. But I have gone for 3 points. I think they're going to get some points here. I think George Russell or even Nicholas Latifi. I mean, he finished 11th enough times last year.
Yeah, he really did. Even in that Austria race when nearly everyone was out, he still finished out the points.
Yeah. He just needs to make the most of a bad situation, and I'm faithful they might come through to take some, which is why I've gone for that number.
Well, I've gone for a different team. I've gone for Haas. I mean, I hope Williams are able to get a bit more points than them. And I've gone for 2 points for Haas, so everyone's scoring points. But yeah, I really, really hope Williams are able to get points on at least one occasion.
It was kind of a head versus heart thing for me because I was going to put Haas as well.
Yeah, I've gone for my heart. That's what I've done. And I hope as well, I hope it's Schumacher that scores both of those points.
Yes, so do I. Very good. Anyway, on to question 11. Quali dominance. Which driver will out-qualify their teammate the most over the whole year? And you get 2 points for the correct driver.
Well, I've gone for George Russell. I think it's fairly obvious. Because last year, obviously, he wasn't his teammate for Sakir, but in every race he was in the Williams, he did out-qualify Latifi. And I think that'll continue next year. I don't see it stopping.
Yeah. I've done the same. I almost put Max Verstappen until I remembered.
So did I.
I remembered the Sergio Perez in the car.
Yeah, I thought you would put Verstappen, so I went Russell. But yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how Perez gets on against him.
Yeah, I mean, Russell out-qualified every single race in the Williams, that is. And even when he was in the Mercedes for one weekend, he was, 200ths off Bottas's pole time?
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, crazy.
He's Mr. Saturday, as always. So I hope he can still kill it next year.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, question 12, the Formula 1.5 champion. Now, up until 2019 or 2020, this would have been Mercedes, Ferrari, or Red Bull. But for this year, it's which driver not from Mercedes or Red Bull will score the most championship points, because Ferrari are very much a midfield team. And we get 3 points for the correct driver.
There you go.
Sure.
That's better silence there.
I've gone for Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So
I was apprehensive about this because it's a brand new team.
really?
But
Yeah.
my God, he's a quick driver. He is so fast.
Yeah, he has the experience, and I have good hopes for McLaren next year.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah. I mean,
and they
McLaren
did
are on
well.
the up.
They did well last year.
They've got they've got Mercedes engines. Don't forget this year.
Yep.
So I'm thinking Daniel Ricciardo.
Yeah, book on the same there.
So that was done quickly. Question 13. How many races will be confirmed for the 2021 calendar? Now, you might say that this is quite late on to be saying this, but amidst the obvious epidemic,
The current situation.
yeah, it might be a little bit harder to judge than normal. So you go first. How many have you to put?
Well, there's already rumours about Australia being moved, China being moved, both of them maybe even cancelled, who knows. I've gone 19. So,
Okay.
yeah, kind of a few races off. Hopefully we get a bit more. But yeah, I'm not hopeful we'll get the full 23 races. I think 19.
That's 4 off the proposed calendar of 23.
Yeah.
I've gone a little bit more hopeful than this. I've gone for 22. 22 races.
Okay, so just one off.
Just one of. Well, that was my thinking. I think we're going to have more than one race off, but we'll have another circuit to fill in. Is the thing.
Yeah.
So I think
Point.
we'll get more races than last season, but we might not have the proposed calendar. I mean, we probably won't get the proposed calendar. There's going to be one anyway because round 4 is the TBC Grand Prix right now. So
yeah, TBC Grand Prix.
So
I hope it's like Portimao.
Yeah, Portimao or Turkey or somewhere like
Turkey,
that. Istanbul Park.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite different answers there. I think that's the furthest we've differed away from each other in this whole predictions thing.
Yeah, the podium thing was a bit different, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm keen to see how that works out. Anyway, on to question 14. Just in the better half, which driver will come 10th in the championship? Now, you got a full 5 points for the correct driver this because it's out of 20, really. And 2 points if they're in 9th or 11th, if we're 1 out. Now, I'll go first for this one because I've put Sebastian Vettel. I think is going to get 10th. I know that's a little, pessimistic. I know everyone's hyping up his Aston Martin resurgence.
Yeah. I do hope he does well. I really do.
Yeah, I hope he does well as well. But again, head versus heart, I think it's going to be Vettel. I just listed, before I wrote this question, I listed the entire Drivers' Championship, how I think it's going to go, and he just kind of fell in the middle. So, I'm keen to be proven wrong by him.
Yeah.
I hope that he will be able to make that car, maybe get a podium or 2. So,
well, who I've put.
Who have you put?
It's Vettel. Yeah, the exact same.
Perfect.
I mean, he came 13th in the Ferrari. I'm just looking at here.
Yeah.
So I think Aston Martin potentially a bit of a better car this year, maybe. Or we'll see. I don't think he'll improve.
It's just the RP21,
I don't think
isn't it?
Massively. Yeah, we'll see about that.
I think he will get outdone by Lance Stroll. Probably not by much, but I don't think he'll be that far up the order. But here we are then, the final question 15, and this is quite a silly one. It's the predictions champion. Who will win this prediction challenge out of us two? We've got to pick either me or you.
The thing is, we've picked the same answers pretty much. There's at least 3 questions that we've gone the same answer, I think. Mercedes, Ricciardo, and Vettel.
This is harder than normal. As the host, I nominate you to go first.
Oh, of course you do. Okay. I don't know. I'm just looking at my questions, seeing how many are a bit out there and a bit not. You've not gone that much out there, I think. So, I'll be brave and say me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I almost chose to be nice and pick you, But I didn't because I'm conceited, and quite frankly, the scope of my prognostication genius knows no bounds. So I chose me.
Of course. Yeah, right. Good.
Great. We're glad we got that out of the way. And now we got the bonus question, everyone. We have question 16.
Yeah.
Yay! Question 16. This isn't really a question. We're not going to be awarded points. But I've asked to predict the full Drivers' and Constructors' Championship order at the end of the 2021 season. No points are available. This is just a bit of fun to see who we think is gonna come where, and ready to be proved completely wrong by everyone. So,
do you want to go first then?
Yeah. All right. So, at the top two, I've put Hamilton, Bottas. I'm sure that's no surprise to anyone. Then I've gone Verstappen, Perez, Ricciardo, Norris. So I've put the two McLarens there. I think McLaren are going to do really well this year. Stroll, Leclerc, Ocon, and Vettel. That's quite a strange order because we've got four different teams in a row there from 7th to 10th. Then I've gone for Sainz, Gasly, Alonso, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Schumacher, Russell, Latifi, and Mazepin in last.
Did you put Giovinazzi 15th?
I put Giovinazzi. Yeah, I did.
Okay, because from 11th down to 15th is the exact same on mine. I was just looking at mine as you were doing that, so I'll read out the entirety of mine. I put Hamilton first. No real surprises there. No, you said that the top two would be a surprise because you put Bottas second. I put Verstappen second here because I think in 20. Yeah, I put because I think last year he had so many DNFs last year that I think without them he could have had second in the championship.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, because he had 5 DNFs and he was only 30 points off Bottas.
He wasn't that far off, so I think he could have had that had his car been a bit more reliable. So I think Bottas third. I've put Ricciardo fourth because I think Perez. I don't know. It's going to be really difficult to judge where he's going to be considering how inconsistent the Red Bull second driver has been as of late. So I've put him fifth. And then Leclerc I've put sixth, Norris seventh, Ocon eighth in the Alpine, then Stroll ninth, Vettel 10th, as I said earlier, and then Sainz, Gasly, Alonso, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, like you did. Then I put Russell in 16th, Schumacher 17th, Raikkonen 18th, Latifi 19th, and Mazepin 20th.
Yeah, I'm surprised and honestly a little worried with some of your predictions because I feel like I've done it very wrong. Now that you've said that, yeah,
that's good.
After
do you still feel good about voting for yourself?
Oh god,
to win this thing?
There's no points available. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's no points.
After learning this information, should I have put Ricciardo fourth instead of fifth? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
But on to constructors.
Yeah.
I've put Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren. That's kind of as you think from my drivers' standings.
Hopefully, yeah.
And I've gone for Aston Martin, Ferrari, Renault. I think Ferrari might beat Renault this year because I think they're really going to suffer without Daniel Ricciardo.
Alpine.
I'm very sick. I'm going to change that. I think they will suffer without Ricciardo. I think he was the main driving force of that team.
Right. So you don't think Alonso will really do too well? I've put Alonso in the same place you did as well, so I think we're both a bit kind of.
I hope he does do well, but then again, Michael Schumacher's return in 2010, a bit underwhelming, wasn't it? So
a little bit, yeah.
I hope he might. I hope he doesn't do the same, but I'm ready to be proven wrong. So in 7th, put Scuderia AlphaTauri, Alfa Romeo, Haas, and Williams, bringing up the rear.
Okay, well, mine's a little bit mixed around here. I've put Mercedes, Red Bull, McLaren top 3. But then I think next year or this year, Ferrari might up their game a bit. There's been rumours that Ferrari are going to... I feel like they've got a really strong driver combo as well.
Oh, definitely.
So I put them 4th. And then I put Alpine 5th, Aston Martin 6th. I think Alpine might be able to outdo Aston Martin. We'll see. And then 7th, AlphaTauri, then Alfa Romeo, Williams, then Haas in last.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see Aston Martin down so low. I
don't know. I'm hoping Alpine do well, and same for Aston Martin, but it's what I predict.
Well, I'll notate all those predictions, and we might have a mid-season review, as I say, and at the end of the year we will tot up all the points and crown a champion I'm looking forward to this season. It's hopefully it's going to go really
Yeah,
well.
definitely.
So
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get one as well.
oh yeah. So that's the end of our predictions challenge, at least the first part of it. Thank you so much for watching. You can subscribe to Quinn in the description. I'll leave a link to his channel, and you can also subscribe to me if you'd like, because as I say, well, there's going to be more videos coming out. Obviously I've had a bit of a hiatus. You might notice that all the videos on my channel have disappeared. They have just been spirited away to some. Well, no, they've gone to Brazil. Is where they've gone.
Oh no, where will I watch 1.2 seconds now?
Oh, we don't speak of that anymore. That's in the past.
Oh, damn.
But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheerio.
Bye.
You did it! Oh, you did a me! Yeah, you
I did a
waited.
you. I wasn't sure if you were going to say cheerio then something else. I was just